Hello all, welcome back to LKCloudTech, Cloud DevOps, Lokesh, YouTube. And also we have been discussing about Tosca automation. This is a part of DevOps, you can say, because testing is also part of DevOps. So also I had experience with this Tricentis Tosca. So that's the reason I'm just covering all these things related to Tosca. So yeah, so let's discuss about first initial steps, why testing and all. What is SDLC? What is the purpose of SDLC? Maybe most of the people know about this, but so first before going to Tosca related information, we should discuss about SDLC. Okay, so what is SDLC? It is software development life cycle. Okay, so how software development life cycle is? STLC is the process of deploying software from start to finish. Okay, from the starting to ending. It provides a structured approach. Okay, high quality, high effective, and delivered on time. All these things. SDLC, it must cover requirement analysis, planning, design, development, testing, deployment, maintenance. We are also part of this. Testing team is a part of it. Development team is a part of it. Deployment team, maintenance team. Deployment to maintenance is comes under DevOps. Okay. So if you can see here, we are talking about development and testing. You know already. A requirement analysis means to collect the entire requirements, all the information from the client. Okay, understand what the software should do, what kind of application we have to do, create requirement and specification documents we need to provide. So they will provide some information, we need to gather some information. So all together we have to work on. So next to planning, how estimate the cost, resources, feasibility, risk analysis. Okay, so all this comes under planning. Okay, this is comes under STLC, software development life cycle. Design, in design it will be high level design like architecture. Low level design means detailed design of each module related. Okay, next development part, who will take care? Now you can see this development part, maybe if it is C language, C++, Java, etc., PHP or anything, it doesn't matter what the development is, but as a tester you must test whatever the application you give. Okay, okay, this part developers will write the code. Okay, this part will taken care by development team. Testing team, what testing team will do? Testing team will take care the testing of application from the starting to ending. Okay, so they will test the software, whatever software. If it is web application, yes, they will test your web application. If it is mobile application, yes, they will test mobile application, right? And also whatever softwares, anything. Let me try to take a pen, it would be really good. So I have very much good experience with this Tricentis Tosca. So that's why I started doing this. Yeah. Yes, if you can see properly now. Okay. Right. testing. So testing related concept will taken care by testing team. So we have two types of testing. One is manual testing, other one is automation testing. What is manual testing? They will test each and every module with human intervention. It means every point to point you need to check. Example, I'll tell you. For example, I'll take one site. Example, this is my site. Okay. Example, this is one kind of a web application. You got a client for this. So they need to check every module, each and every module. They need to check whether this is working properly or not. Okay, like this home button is working properly or not. This about button is working properly or not. This courses button working properly or not. This button is working properly or not. Okay, so like that we have in lot of modules will be there. Lot of modules will be there in different application. This is just sample web application, but if you can see a lot of different kind of, if you go for a Tosca example, this is Tosca website. So Tricentis, if you want to check, so you need to click. If you click on this login, definitely login details must come. Whether this is, for example, I entered a wrong address, wrong email address. So see, invalid. Okay, please enter valid email address. This also will be taken care by tester. But thing is, here we are talking about manual. What is manual? Manual means we will check each and every model, each and every model, not automation. I will check here this point whether this email, we are getting this kind of error message. Okay, warnings. So if I go login, so it is indicating that this box, because you did not enter this email address. So that's how. So maybe if you enter some password, okay, so again it is showing that, so some kind of pop-up is getting, so this email is not correct, incorrect. So it is showing like this. Now I given proper email, so but I don't know whether this email is registered with this, but it will show something like this. See, login was unsuccessful, please correct errors and try again. So which means it is not allowing, because this email address is not uh, registered with the with this. So we need to go to registration. So registration, we need to go with this modules, some male radio button, female radio button, these fields we need to enter all the fields. After that we need to register. So if you don't register, you need to get like this. First you need to enter the first name, second last name, email address, password. These are all star marks, which means mandatory fields. These mandatory fields should be under this, should be taken care by tester. So manual tester will test every point, each and every point. Manually he will test, okay, with human intervention. Okay, you need to do everything by your own. So as a tester, you need to check one by one. That's how. So automation means we have UFT, RFT, Selenium, Tosca. So these are all automation tools are there. Okay, what is that? UFT, UFT, RFT, Selenium, Tosca. Okay, earlier they used to use UFT, RFT, and Selenium. What is UFT? This is unified functional testing. Okay, UFT is unified functional testing. This one. This purpose type of it commercial purpose, but this is licensed. Okay, this is for regression testing. This is for functional testing and API testing. Okay, so GUI API testing. Okay, it has integration too. Okay, so what about RFT? RFT means rational function test. Rational functional test. Okay, this is also commercial type. So will be, it has designed by IBM company. Okay, IBM company has designed this as automation tool. Earlier they used to use, but this is uh, not, I think, open source. This is also not open source. UFT also not open source. Okay, but the language is used by Java and VB.NET. So this, so if you want to operate, if you want to work on this, you must have Java and VB.NET knowledge languages. Okay, language support, it should support this Java and VB.NET. You must have an idea about this. Okay, this is object oriented related. Script also, you have to handle dynamic objects. You can handle dynamic objects by using, by writing some scripts. Okay, it integrates with the IBM related applications like IBM rational suits, something like that. Okay, it worked for what? It worked for Java. It worked for .NET. Worked for SAP. Okay, so all those. This is all about RFT. And what about Selenium? Okay, Selenium means it is open source automation tool. Okay, what is the main use of Selenium? Web application automation testing. Web application automation. Okay, web application automation. This is open source. This is open source. Okay, what kind of languages it will support? Java, Python, C Sharp, Ruby, JavaScript, etc. So all this kind of. So it works with all the browsers like Chrome, Firefox, Edge, etc. Okay, it has a strong community support too. Okay, so and also often it is integrated with the Jenkins. Now it is Jenkins came into the picture. Okay, CI/CD tool Jenkins. Pipelines, you can write the pipelines. You can there are plugins also with Jenkins, GitLab also. Okay, that's why it is very popular. But you must have knowledge on Java and Java related code, some code. Okay, you should write on code. You have to write on top of this Selenium. You have to write some scripting codes, something like that, using it just related to Java. Okay, so it is just suited for web-based testing, not for desktop apps. Okay, that is what. So what about Tricentis Tosca? Tricentis is a company. Okay, commercial tool. This is a commercial tool designed by Tricentis. It took 9 years to design this automation tool Tosca. So there is no scripting needed. There is no coding needed. Okay, so you don't need single line of coding. You don't need single line of code. You should just, it is a graphical user interface. Everybody can able to understand. This is very easy. Everybody can enter into this software using this Tosca. Okay, no scripting required. No coding also not required, but it is not open source. You must have a license. Okay, but thing is, many companies are opting this Tosca. Why because this Tosca is working very much accurately. Also it is very fast. It will test very fast whatever the modules are there, whatever the controls are there, whatever the different applications, softwares, very fast. It will test very fast. And also in project, actually the project cost would be very high. The cost of project. would be very high. Okay, so it would maybe one on top of one project they will spend around you know crores. Okay, but they will pay you on top of you, maybe they will spend 10 lakhs, out of which 9 lakhs. So for company maintenance they will keep 1 lakh, they will pay you. Okay, so this much transactions is happening in between company to company. Okay, but it's not that much. See, there, if you are they are spending this much of transactions in between company to company, but still if you don't spend on this license, means no, there is no meaning of it. So many people are actually opting Tosca. Okay, so this is all about. So where it is only Selenium, does not have, only Selenium is open source. So remaining it is licensed. UFT license, RFT license, Tosca is licensed. Okay, so this is all about just SDLC and related to software testing. So what is testing? Testing is a process of identifying the issue and making sure that the application is defect free. Yes. So developer will write the code. Developer may be hurry burry. So they have their own stress. They have their own pressure. But thing is, so it doesn't mean that maybe a developer whatever he wrote the code means it should not be like that. No, right? Though developer is passing, developer is writing code, though he will certify that okay I have done my side, means that's not final. Again, whatever developer done, so the same thing you should test, because if there is an issues, who will responsible? So maybe it might work with the developer. Okay, but whenever you release it, if it is in production, while using the application by users, so maybe there are some issues may get. So who will resolve this? So before you releasing outside into the market, first of all you must be signed. The tester is a final. Okay, tester will be signed. If don't tester don't sign, the application won't go out. Okay, this is what. Okay, tester is a process of identifying the issue and making sure that application is defect free, no defects. Okay, if there is no defect means it is a perfect app, something like that. Okay, so like that. Okay, why do we choose testing? Tricentis testing, anything testing, manual testing, automation testing, whatever. So testing is a great starting point for those who are looking for their career in software profession. You might have seen that nowadays in software, many people, irrespective of any branches, irrespective of any kind of subject, some people I have seen cases like BSc, I think some related to some BSc agriculture, something kind of, I don't know much, but they are not related to any computer background, they are not anything related to engineering background, they are actually related to something like biology, something kind of. They are also coming into this software, just they are also learning. Okay, so for them they might not have that much subject. Okay, they don't have basics, so such kind of people also will be opt. Okay, this test kind of testing. Okay, it's a really great opportunity. People who want to start their software profession in the software, they can start with the testing, I can say. Okay, so scope of getting job is very high in testing. Why? Tell me. Because for example, if somebody who want to work on Java, definitely they should work on only specific domain called Java. If somebody want to work on C, they have to work on C only. If somebody work on um, example React.js, they have to work on React.js, they need to find a job in React.js. But if the tester, if you be as a tester, you need to test Java application, you need to test React.js application, you need to test Python applications, you need to test any kind of applications as a tester. If you know manual testing and if you know automation testing, the tester is always tester. Okay, That tester can able to test any kind of application, whether it is Java, whether it is React.js, whether it is Python, whether it is anything. Okay, that is the reason the scope of getting job is very high. Okay, no need to depend upon any technologies. Okay, that is the reason. If you know manual testing, so no need any technologies. You can learn manual testing very easy, and also there are Tosca is actually automation tool. If you can easily learn this Tosca. Okay, next, testing remains forever. Exactly, 100%. Why testing remains forever? Because if without signing tester, so application will not go out. Okay, application should go in the sense tester must test the application, so then only application will go. Okay, so that is the reason always testing is remains forever. Maybe some people are thinking about artificial intelligence. In artificial intelligence, if you writing after writing the code without test, it will not go out. Any application, maybe if it is related to artificial intelligence also, there is a chance there is tester inside AI test. Upcoming in future, they may chances have a position called AI test. There definitely without test nothing will go. For example, in manufacturing companies, for example, wire manufacturing company, for suppose there is a wire manufacturing company, so they actually manufactured this. Okay, after manufacturing this, they will test. Definitely, they will test whether really working or not. Without test, if you keep this into market, if users or customers or consumers will buy it, what happens if this not work? What happen? Definitely directly it will work on, it will impact, it will impact on the business. Okay, same way in this software also, if you release without testing, so users will use your application. If this application will not be working properly, so then automatically it will affect on the business, because nobody will buy your product. That's all. That's why tester is very important. Okay, tester job is very consistent. Yes, exactly. Why? Because tester, for suppose, as I said already, as I said just before, Java. Java should be working on Java. People should look for Java job only. Okay, .NET person should look up. They need to search about .NET jobs only. DevOps related person need to search DevOps related. Okay, by tester able to search testing jobs, but he can test .NET related, he can test Java related, he can test React.js applications, he can test Python related applications. Any kind of application can able to test by tester itself. That is why it is very consistent. Okay, so that is the reason why it is very consistent. Eligibility criteria. What is eligibility? Any graduate do this course. Definitely, Tricentis Tosca can able to uh, take, anybody can able to learn this. No need of any specialization like BTech, MTech, etc., etc. If you have a skill, there is a future in software. If you don't skill, no. Simple. So where exactly we need to get software tester job? Okay, so you should have a great command done testing concepts. Example, manual testing. Okay, example like regression testing, functional testing, sanity testing, all this kind of integration testing, all these things. If you learn all these things, definitely you will get the command on top of any testing concepts. Okay, next, good communication skills. Yes, obviously you should have good communication skills. Communication in the skills, in the sense, it's not it's not like accent. Accent is different, communication is different. So accent means shows the way you speak. Okay, communication in the sense the way you understand the things. Okay, the way you make others to understand the things. Okay, so written and verbal communications. Okay, verbal, written, or whatever. For example, email. Okay, if you want to write some email to your manager, It's also comes under communication. Okay, because if you write, if you don't know, if you don't have any skill, writing skill, email writing skill, what happens if you write something very bad? What happens is your manager thinking that you are so rude, your behavior is so rude, something like that. That's why this communication skills, email writing, and way of speaking, way of communicating, way of um, communicating by email, communicating by verbal, anything that comes under communication. It's not like a uh, you know, it's nobody is asking you to speak in US accent. Okay, nobody is asking to speak in UK accent. Nobody is asking to speak in any kind of posh English. No need. So whatever your intention is there, that intention need to be communicate very much clear with your client or your manager or your superiors. Okay, and also be very much polite while writing the emails and anything like that. Okay, next, problem solving skills and logical thinking. Yes, this should be there because in software should not be very much rude. Because for example, you got some issue with your application. Okay, without checking by your own, without checking by your own, so you are just going taking this issue with your client. What happens? So will client think that, oh, the small thing you could not able to resolve. Did you check? Did you try yourself? This question mark will get. Did you try? No. So first you have to try first. You have to try in different ways in the sense. So any you need to try number of ways, okay, within given time. So you need to come up with your issues, okay, whatever that, how many ways you tried, what are the issues you faced, all those things you need to keep in right, or you need to keep a record. So that just along with it, along with that, if you go with your client, then that would be very much valid. Okay, still I tried in this many way, but still I did not get the solution, so what we need to do. So if you do like this, then your client will think, yeah, yeah, they actually tried their side, but still issue not resolved. So let us let us set up a high level call and let us close this issue. They will help you in this way. Okay, if you don't try by your own means, they don't have solving and don't have logical thinking. Okay, yeah, logical thinking in the sense you thinking in different ways, how you are thinking, how it is working, why it is getting, what is the issue, why how we need to do the troubleshooting. In different ways we need to think and we need to resolve the issue. So if you think in different ways and many ways only, you can able to resolve your issues or problems. Okay, so next, the presentation skills. What are the presentation skills? Presentation skills means something which you need to present very much clear. Okay, for example, so they want you to, for example, you are as a part of a project. Okay, in that project, they're asking you, maybe you involved so many months or years. So sometimes you team lead is not available. So maybe they requested you to lead that. Okay, for example, so or you want to lead one day with your application functionality and all. So what you have to do at that moment, you should be very much clear. Okay, should be very much clear about your application. So you need to have that much of clarity that to present your application to your new people or your client or something. You must have presentation skills. So how, for example, one application is there. Okay, you got a chance to present your application, or if you got a chance to give KT, for example, knowledge transfer, for suppose. So there is a one module. So there is one functionality in one software application. So if you want to uh, give, so you need to know each and every part about your application. If you need to go very much clear from the starting to ending. So you need to go very much clear picture. If you can able to explain that much, so that would be comes under presentation skills. You must have presentation skills. Okay, If for example, if you get the chance also to explain about your functionality, to explain about your application, so you say no, I don't have any this thing, I don't have a communication, I don't have something like that. If you say like that, what happens is you'll get very much bad impression. So you should take initiative. So you should take initiative, you should research while you are working itself, while you are taking KT, while you are giving KT, you should be very much conscious. So then what happens, if you have a subject, you should have presentation skill. If you know the thing, you know how the functionality is working, but you don't know how to present it. Where what is the use, right? So you know how functionality working, you know how to work it, you know how to test it, you know how to develop it, but thing is you don't know how to present it, means there is no use, right? So you must have that much skill. So that kind of skill, presentation skill must be there. Okay, next, ways of testing the application. Okay, so how many ways are there? As I said, two ways. One is manual testing, the other one is automation testing. Okay, what is manual testing? Performing testing with the human efforts is known as manual testing. With our human means our efforts, you need to test each and every module in the manual testing. You need to test by your own. There is no any kind of coding, there is no any automation scripting, any automation tools, you don't have anything. But you should 100% you should test the application or software by your own with your efforts. So that is called as manual testing. You need to do a lot of hard work on top of manual testing, right? So what is automation testing? Performing testing by using any automation tools known as automation testing. So like example, as I said, so this previously we have seen UFT, RFT, Selenium, Tosca. So these are all comes under testing automation tools. Okay, UFT is like licensed, RFT is licensed, Selenium is open source, again Tosca is licensed, right? So these tools are available. So in you have seen UFT means what is that? Unified functional testing. RFT means rational function testing. Selenium means Java related. Okay. Tosca means Tosca can test everything. To be honest, Tosca is one of the best testing tool, I say. Okay. So it can test everything. Any kind of applications like web applications, like mobile applications, like Salesforce application, like okay, any kind of application it can able to test. that that much hard work they have done. Tricentis team really worked hard on top of this Tosca. They worked on around nine years to build this kind of tool. That was great tool. So that's why I recommend Tricentis. Okay, so next, so drawbacks of manual testing. Why we need to go to automation testing? What is it? What are the drawbacks? So more number of resources are required. Yes, because we have to test many things in given time period. So we need to have lot of resources. That's why we need to keep lot of resources. That's the reason it is a big drawback. And very consuming, time consuming, human errors. Yes, while you are testing manually, you are testing, you time is actually matters. Nowadays we are using agile methodologies. Earlier we used to use waterfall methodology. Whenever developer coding is right, he is writing code. Whenever developer is writing code, so at that time, until that period we need to wait. So after finishing writing the code, they need to build it. After that they test it. So this is the way, one after the other they used to test earlier using the waterfall methodology. But thing is, nowadays we are using agile methodology with the DevOps. So then what happens is this is very faster. Okay, so then time is matters. Time is matters because there is a deadline for every project. So there is a sprint. So sprint one, sprint two will be sprints will be there. Within the sprint itself, you need to complete your testing, but it is not possible. Definitely, it is not possible by manual testing because time takes it takes time to check each and every point in the application. That is a big drawback. And the low accuracy, exactly. So for example, while you are testing, if you want to test each and every module, each and everything, there are chances to uh, happen some kind of human errors, definitely, because human is not a machine, right? So to give the program and to run the accurately, not like that. Human have deviation, definitely mind deviation will be there, and so his physical strain will be there. That's why there are chances to, there are a lot of scope for human errors. That's why. And low accuracy, just because of human errors you will find low accuracy could not able to maintain. Next, task task need to be performed repeatedly. Yes, you need to perform task a lot of times. Sanity testing, regression testing, smoking testing, so integration testing, these many times you need to do. Lot of times one module got changed, again you need to do. Okay, the module has not working, again you need to do it. So these many times you need to continuously need to do. That is the reason these are all comes under drawbacks. Okay, next, different type of automation testing tools. Okay, licensed, open source, and licensed. See, UFT is actually licensed. Okay, Selenium is open source, Tosca is licensed. Cost is UFT low, but Selenium is free because it is open source, and Tosca it is moderate. Okay, because earlier we used to see that, as I know that earlier Tosca has a lot of they used to keep they used to spend a lot of amount on top of this Tosca to buy the license in dollars. Okay, so they reduced Tosca license cost also. So that's the reason now it, you can say it is a moderate. Okay, supported apps, web desktop applications for UFT. Okay, but Selenium only for web applications. Okay, Tosca any application like Salesforce, you can say mobile application, say you can say anything. So it is all rounder. Tosca is all rounder. Okay, scripting codes, VB script, as I said earlier, UFT for VB script, and Selenium is Java code. Okay, this is Tosca. You should not write any single code, any single line code. That is a very biggest advantage using Tosca. Just because of Tosca, so it is free, code free. You can say simply code free. That's it. Next, so let's discuss about what is Tosca automation. So let's discuss about introduction to Tosca automation tool. Tricentis is a company. Okay, it is Tricentis Technologies is a company. It has developed Tosca automation tools around. It took around 9 years to develop this. Okay, 9 years to develop this. Tosca is a software testing tool that is used to automate end-to-end testing of the software application. Exactly. Tosca is a software testing tool, so you can able to test any kind of application like Salesforce, SAP, you can say mobile application, you can say web application, any kind of application you can able to test on top of Tosca. Tosca can automate any kind of applications like web application, desktop applications, SAP applications, AP applications, like that. Tosca also support manual testing. Exactly. This is the very good thing in this. So we also have a feature called manual testing. We can also do, if you want manually, you want to test it, yes, there is option for manual testing in this Tosca. That is the reason it is all rounder. So for example, in cricket, if somebody who have all the skills like who can bowl, who can bat, who can keep, so these kind of people, for example bowler, and if he can able to bowl, he can able to bat, so we can come, we can, he can able to do fielding, he can able to do anything. So if those kind of people we can consider as all round. So like such kind of tool this is. Okay, and key features of Tosca automation. So as I experienced, so that's why I have used this tool. That is the reason I'm just talking about this tool, because I interest very much interested on this tool. Actually, I'm trying to make this video since 1 year, but I didn't get chance to do this. But I finally decided to uh, make a video on top of this Tosca. Yes, Tricentis Tosca. Anyways, key features of Tosca automation. What are the key features? Tosca is a script free and code free. Exactly. While I'm going to take lot of we are going to take lab sessions next after this. So I will show you without any single code. I will test the applications, any kind of application. If it is not secure application, definitely I can able to take, even if it is Mintra, Flipkart is very much secure, and Amazon also very much secure. Let us take Mintra, and my own website also is there, so LKCloudTech. So this website also we can test. And also, yeah, and also different kind of applications, so we can able to test. Okay, so all operation can be performed just by drag and drop. Exactly, just to by drag and drop, you need to drag and drop just simply. It is very much easy and very much faster. Okay, that's why it is very much popular. Okay, okay, next, single line. Okay, single line of coding is also not required. Okay, maybe spelling is wrong. Single line of coding is not required. Absolutely correct. So we are just using only, we are creating only right clicks, drag and dropping, all these things only, using graphical user interface. Everybody can able to understand this. Everybody. Okay, there is no exception. There is no need any special skill for this. Just you can, if you, anybody can able to learn this Tosca. Very much, very dead easy, you can say. Okay, so no need codings, no need scriptings, no need any kind of scripts at all. This is not high level. Anybody who can, who have like intermediate students also can able to learn. Like open degree people also can able to learn this. So this is really one of the wonder in automation. So this Tricentis Tosca. So next one. So different type of objects in the web applications. So these links, text boxes, buttons, drop downs, radio buttons, check boxes. Yes, we do have these kind of options are there in Tosca. So links, you need to work on top of links. You need to work on just checkboxes. You know, checkboxes means this terminology is most important while you are learning this in any software also, any kind of. So links, you know, URLs. Links means URLs. Okay, text boxes. Okay, just boxes. You should write something on top of text boxes. Next, buttons. Any buttons like something like that. Click. There's some buttons like this, login, something like this buttons will be there. Next, drop downs. So there are drop downs, it will be there. If you drop down it, you will get some list, you will get some kind of list, something like this. Next, radio buttons. You might have seen radio button like this. Okay, just you need to select like this, radio buttons. Next, check boxes. So something like this, check boxes will be there, just click on this checkbox. Okay, so these kind of you can see all these kind of terminologies in this Tosca. So these kind of objects, different objects you can able to find in the Tosca. So these small terminologies, these kind of terminologies only we will use. And inside the modules, there are a lot of modules and sections, and all those are there. So we will learn one by one. So it is really very much easy, dead easy, I can say. You can say this is kind of you know, it's complete user graphical interface. User graphical interface, you can able to see it, everything you can able to see it. You don't need to understand this much high level, no need to write any code, no need to write any script and all. So that's why it is very, very easy. Okay, next. Yeah, so this is Tosca commander. So you can see initially you can able to see like this. Tosca commander is looks like this. Okay, so this is, you can consider this as a Tosca commander. Okay. So view like this kind of view you can see, right? Project, home, view, tools, API testing, something like this. So you could see like this, right? So this kind of same view you can able to see. Okay, this is title bar. You can see this, right? Whatever you can say, Tosca Commander, Jenkins, CI/CD, API project. Okay, and Tosca projects related. This is the path. Whatever the path is there, this path. Enter. This is called as, you can consider this as a title bar. The same picture which I am showing you. So this is called title bar. Okay. Next one is menu bar. This is menu. If you go restaurant, you will see the lot of list related to your food item, right? Something like that. In Tosca also we have different menus, project menu and home menu and view menu and tools, API testing. These only you have. You don't have a hundreds and thousands. You have very small list of uh, menu is there. So this menu you can able to keep in your mind very much easy. Okay. And next, so this is, you can consider menu bar, and this is sections bar. Whatever this is, test cases, modules, this is test cases. Whatever you test cases you can write here, and modules also you can write here. You can keep already standard modules you have. Okay, these are all standard modules which is provided by Tricentis Tosca. Okay, these modules you are having, which is standard modules. Standard modules you can see here, you can see here standard modules. These modules is given by Tosca. Okay, Tosca team. Okay, these are all extensions. I'm just closing the extensions. So you can see like this. Simply these modules, I just created this module, these two. So only you see this initially, you can see this page, something like that, this section. Then you need to call this as a section because this is a terminology, Tosca terminology. That's the reason you need to call this as a module. Okay, next one is this standard modules. These standard modules you'll have T-box automation tools, T-box extensions, and test data management. These only you'll get inside the modules. Only these kind of folders. Okay, inside this folder you have subfolders. That is secondary, but don't consider this. These two, this register and login logout only I have created. Okay, I just created by my own. So don't consider initially whenever you open this section, module section. So you will see only standard modules. Inside the standard modules, you will find these three only. One is T-box automation tools. The other one is T-box is extensions. Next one is test data management. These are all. So you'll find all these things, right? So let's see what are all those in these sections under this sub module. So you see, these are all will have basic window operations, buffer operations, expression, file operations, folder, numeric process, selenium, and timings also. You will have all these subsections under this section, under this, yeah, under this folder. Okay, so this is subfolders you can consider. So next, T-box extensions. So these many options are available. Example, parameter data, database, HTML, file, XML, JSON, mail, mobile, and Excel, something like that. If I want something URL related, I'll just simply just copy this module. I'll drag and I'll drop somewhere here like this. Okay, like this. I'll keep like this. Okay, simply I'll simply drag here from here. Simply I'll drop here in this test case. This is the first test case. So top of the test case, these are all comes under attributes. See, okay, so this is attribute. This is a test case. Under test case, we do have a attributes. These are attributes. We simply drag and drop, and we'll mention here our email, our URL, something like this. This is my URL. So I'll mention my URL here like this. Okay. Simply I'll open. I just need to paste here. So automatically whenever I run this URL, automatically it will go and open your browser. This is that much easy. Okay, this is that much easy, right? So next, this is tree view. So whatever I have shown you, this is a kind of tree, some branches. Okay, main tree, under some branches are there. This is, you can consider this as a tree view. So this is a kind of tree view. Actually, this would be like this. See this, like this. This is normal. Okay. something like this. You see, whenever you click on this, so you will see tree view. Okay, this is tree view. Okay, this is for terminology, I just pasted here. So this is a tree view, and this is sections bar. So how many sections we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 sections are there. We have total 8 sections. One is test cases, the other one is modules, the other one is requirements, test case design, multi-user, issues, configurations, test plannings. So far you just remember this is this bar, whatever it is there, this is called sections. That's it. So far just this much is enough to keep in mind. Only you just need to keep in mind this is sections bar. Okay, next, detailed view. If you keep everywhere, so you see the details, requirement details, case design, test case design details, multi-user details, issues details, configurations details, test planning details. In every section you will find the details. In every module, any test case related, you will see the details page. So all details you can able to see, whatever you created, that will be appear here, details page. So that is called as detailed view. You can consider this as a detailed view. Next, properties. Okay, so properties menu. Okay, so yeah, if I want to see this properties menu, um, I need to scan it actually. Okay, example, I'll show you some example. For suppose this is a kind of one module. Let me do one thing. I will create a folder. How to create a folder? Simply you need to click on this folder. Just this is, you can consider this just simple test. So I just want to scan. So this is how you need to get the modules something. So let me open this example. I just have one application. Let me open this application. See this? I just want to scan something, this register. Okay, so whatever these, see this, these are all properties, identify properties. So whatever the specifications you can consider, so these are all related to this particular button, this button related properties you can able to see here. Okay, just for example, I just uh, opened, so I don't want to use this now. So this is called as properties. Okay, next, so I can able to show you test cases. Next, this is properties menu, and this ready. Lastly, you see in Tosca, you see this is ready. Here or down you can see, maybe I think, is it visible or not? Let me do one thing. Let me minimize this and I'll show you somewhere. I hope you see this. This is you can see this ready, correct? This ready, this is ready. One second, I'm also getting called. This disturbed. You can see here ready. This one. Okay, so see here, it's the same ready is there. That ready you can able to see here, right? Okay, so ready means status bar. This is status bar. So keep this keep this terminology in your mind. This is important. So every terminology important Tosca. Tosca is not that much high level. There is no coding and scripting, but you need to keep all these terminologies in your mind. That's what. Okay. Next, how to create the test cases. Just simply you need to click on, see example. I'll tell you. So let me close this. Okay. Simply you need to, if you want to create a folder, see here, all you can able to use right click only, or you can use, see this, control. If you know all these things, control plus N, control F. Okay, control, you see here, right, control plus N. Okay, you will get it, control N, same Windows commands. Okay, or you can use simply just click on this folder, it will create a folder, new test, something like this. Okay, you just created something and just click on this. You see this one, this whatever the symbol is there, this symbol, circle arrow, this symbol will create the test case. So this is, you can give the name new test case, something like this. Inside this, okay, okay, so this is how we need to create the test case. Okay, this is how we need to create the test case. Okay, if you want to rename, I just want to rename this, simply whatever this pen button is there, pen, just click on pen button, you can able to rename like this, keep like this, something like this, simple. Okay, while we are doing lab session, you can able to understand very much clear. Okay, next, steps to create the test cases. So these steps and we need to follow in your mind. So open URL, wait for 10 seconds, click on login link, enter the username, enter the password, click on login button. This is for one module. Okay, for login, this web demo web shop. Okay, for this website we are going to do the exercise tomorrow, next class. Okay, for this demo website, whatever the demo website is there, for this demo website, we are going to create a practical lab session. Okay, so which means, what is this? Open URL. Without any human intervention, if you set up the test cases automatically without your intervention, automatically it will open your email ID, sorry, your URL, your website. Okay, next you need to wait for 10 seconds. Yes, so for this one module will be there, that module we need to create. Okay, next click on login link. So we don't have any login link for this, we don't have any predefined module, so we need to create user defined module. Okay, user means whoever user, we are user currently, so we need to create a custom module. So for that, how do we need to do, how we have to do, we need to do the scan. Using scanner we can able to create it, so we need to drag and drop. Next, enter the username. So whenever you log in, you need to enter a username, right? So these things should be done. This is our one kind of step. With password, this is password. Okay, next click on login button. Yes, click on login button, right? Next we need to wait for 5 seconds. After that you will get a result copy. Okay, so these are all steps to do it. Okay, so you can't understand this, so while we are doing practical, then you can understand one by one. Okay, let's, tomorrow also I'll show you this, next class, how to while we are creating, so these steps, while we are creating all these steps. Okay, how to open this URL, how to, we need to tbox wait, how to log in this, so we need to do it all manually. So after that we need to run it automatically without your any intervention. Within seconds it will close it, it will run your website, whatever the steps which you given. So all these steps done by automatically. That is that much good Tricentis Tosca is providing. That's great thing, right? So these steps, tomorrow, don't worry about this. This I really made very much clear. This is fantastic document which I can show you. See, so these documents you can able to prepare watching my video. So these steps, how to create it: step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. So these many steps in one 4 step only. A lot of uh, sections are there. So something like this. While we are creating it, I will also show you to better your reference, for your reference purpose. So how to scan this, how we have to use the properties, what type of properties we have. We are going to learn this next upcoming classes. Okay, right? So this is how we have to close the browser lastly. So after finishing this Tosca related modules, after finishing this, all the sections related, all the scanning related, modules related, TCP related, TDM related, all the syllabus. After finishing that, we will also doing how to integrate a Tosca using Jenkins via API. Okay, how to call the API and all. So Tosca is a testing tool. This is also important for DevOps engineers. Again, I'm telling. So you should have an idea how to integrate with Jenkins with the Tosca. So that would be the highlight point in this session. Okay, that would be the highlight point, how we have to integrate. If you trigger the Jenkins, how automatically Tricentis is triggering, how automatically it is testing itself and getting the results. This is what you're gonna see. This is a highlight point actually. Once after finishing this Tosca uh, session, finally we are going to integrate with the Tosca with the Jenkins. This is what the highest thing. Okay, next, yeah, so related to that Jenkins integration and all, I just posted here. Okay, so next, yeah, that's all, that's it for today. So this class I'm going to end, and before going to end, let me also open and show you Tosca syllabus which I prepared. Okay, let me open the syllabus. Yes, this is the one. Okay, Tosca. So what are the sections which I shown you? What are the sections and all? So already I have shown you this sections, right? These are all sections. What are the sections? So those sections related we are going to work on. So each and every module we are going to work on: requirements, test cases, test design, modules, execution, issues. See, requirements, modules, test cases, test design, execution, and issues. So all these things. Next, methods of object identification, properties, index, anchor, image. I have shown you while I am scanning, I have shown you some properties like that. We do have a different properties are there: index property, anchor property, image property. You can ask me why it is related, how it is related. So why we need to use the properties. Every item has a property. Okay, example, your mobile has some property. Okay, it has some color, it has some width, length, height. So it has some kind of features, some curve shape, something like that, and it has a gorilla glass, something like that. So same way, it has some properties. For example, in our Tosca, for example, similar items would be there. Okay, for example, two three items are look similar, but thing is we need to make that unique. So by using these properties, we are going to use that. Okay, next, TCP, test configuration parameter. You can see here, these are test configuration parameters, which means we can able to keep here all the details: how to declare the TCP, how to call the TCP, how to root level we need to call, how to create a folder for TCP, how to test case level, root level, folder level, all those things. How to create all these things using TCP. It is very important concept while we are doing this exercise and lab. So we're gonna discuss about this, and how to execute the scripts in different browsers. For example, just now I'll try to run this. Can you see this? This is my project. For example, let me take here. So this is my project. Okay, I just want to run this. So whenever run this, automatically one browser will pop up. You can populate. So automatically it will open one browser. Okay, let me wait for that because I have given a time t box time, so it will take a time. So whenever it want to open. Okay, let me. Okay, unable to run this item. No visible. Okay, something like that. Let me open this again. Oh, I'm sorry. I did some mistake. So actually we have to run here, not there. So not there, here. So this is a test case. Let me try to run again. I'll show you the result. See, automatically it will open one browser. So I'm not doing anything on my own. So just it automatically happening. So we will see this how we have to do it. To Mercy, this is actually doing it very fast. It is doing. So I didn't type. I can't type this like this. See this? I can't type the within seconds. It is also closed. Again, just simply your test case. This is not. I'm for manipulating you. I'm not doing it. So actually this is done by its own. See this? Test cases run properly. If you don't run this, if you will get, if it is failed, it automatically you will get red color into mark. Test failed, test failed, test failed, like that. This test got successfully ran. Okay, we ran the test cases successfully. Okay, so this is how we can able to run the test cases like this. Okay, clear. So this is how we have to run the test cases, very much clear. And next, yeah, next the thing is rescan. If you want to rescan, we will talk about this rescan related also next class, because while we are creating a module, user defined modules and standard modules will be there. Standard modules means if the module is already designed by Tosca team and it is existed in the standard modules, that is called a standard module, so which is already given by Tosca team itself. So whatever the extra modules which we need customized, which is called as user defined module. That if you want to do that, you can use user defined modules. In that module also, if you want to do some modifications or changes, you can do it rescan. Okay, so in rescan, by using rescan, you can able to edit it, you can say. Okay, you can modify. If you want to do modifications, you can use it, you can do it by rescan. Okay, next, various action modes you have while you are running, while you are using this. You do have, you can able to see the various action modes, something like input, verify, buffer, wait on. So buffer, verify, input, wait on, and select and constraint. So these kind of action modes we're going to see. Okay, next, error handling. What is error handling? So what type of issues we are getting? Dialog failure, verification failure. Okay, how this failures, whenever a execution fails, so how it is failing, you can able to see that. Okay, so recovery scenarios. What is the recovery scenario? Object recovery scenarios, how to create the recovery scenarios. We're going to see about this recovery scenarios. Next, to synchronization timeout. So timeouts also we have seen T-box timeout, right, just before. So this is T-box timeout. So how much I mentioned? 5000 milliseconds, which means 5 seconds, correct? So those kind of timeouts, we do have a different type of timeouts. We have one is synchronization timeout. Okay, next, this how to declare the synchronous timeout. So we're gonna see about that also. Next, regular expressions. Object of regular expression, how to declare the regular expressions. Regular expression means, for example, my name is Lokesh Kumar. Okay, my if I want, if somebody, this is actually new for them, some people. So he could not able to remember Lokesh Kumar, so he just know only LOK. So if you want to call full name, he just will mention LOK and star. Okay, if he mention like that, that automatically it will trigger, it will call. Okay, by using regular expression. Regular expression means it's a star. Okay, using star you will call like that. In Linux also we'll use this star, using the star. Star means all simple. How to get the length of string. So how to get the length of string in the some, there is some data in your anywhere, something in Tosca. So if you want to know that how much length, you can able to see that using buffer length, string length, we can see that also. So how to use conditions. Okay, this is important again. So how to use if else conditions, if condition, else condition. You can ask me the question. Hey Lokesh, you said just before there is no any code something like that. So now you are saying about the if and else condition. How can I write the code? Guys, no need to write any code here. So just for if else condition also, it's just simply whatever the options available which you can see on top of my screen, using this drag and drops only you can able to create if and else condition. That would be really interesting. That is also very dead easy. Okay, how to use loops also simply. If else conditions also available in our test cases. Okay, while you are creating the test cases, you can able to see what is this if statement. Okay, if statement, you can see here create if statement. Yes, by clicking this you can able to create a if statement. What is this? Create do statement. Okay, something like that you can able to create if else conditions, do statements, do while conditions, all these things. Okay, next t box window operation. Minimize, how to minimize the t box. I mean, how to minimize the browser, how to maximize the browser, how to close the browser. This is small things we can able to discuss. And desktop applications related, what is the T-Box start program and how to automate the desktop applications. Next, Tosca reports and validation, which is important. How to download the Tosca reports. For example, just before I ran, okay, I ran test case, but where is the report? No, I could not able to store that report because it is instantaneous. Means instance, it is very instance run. Okay, whenever whatever the report which is generated, whenever I click outside or close, it could go away. Okay, you can't store it. Okay, so how to generate the reports, how to validate the reports, that will be seen by using Tosca reports validation. Next, timers. Okay, what is the t-box time? Okay, start time, stop time. We can how to where we have to start the time, where we have to stop the time and all. Next, record playback. So this is record playbacks. So how to record the playbacks, how to do all these things, how to record all those things, we'll see that. Next, libraries. Purpose of libraries, how to create libraries, how to reusable test step blocks are there, how to call the reusable step blocks and all. So don't worry. Okay, this is also easy. How to resolve the references. Okay, how business parameters are there. So these libraries, in Python also you might have heard about these libraries, but this is not like that. You don't need to write any code, but the meaning is same actually. You are keeping the data, you are keeping your parameters inside that libraries, and you will use it whenever it is required. That's it. So this is all about you are going to keep some reusable parameter. For example, open url, close url. So these are all regular reusable parameters are there. Whatever the reusable test cases are there, steps are there, reusable test steps are there, those steps we will keep in this library in the sense where we can, for example, in our college and schools also you can see the library, right? So the library, you can keep your books there. So whenever it is required, you can take it. Whenever it is not required, you are going to keep it as, which means reuse. Always you use and keep there, use and keep there, something like that. This is also will be like that. Okay, next, data driven testing Tosca. This is the one of the most important concept in the Tosca. Objective data driven testing. Okay, how create the test sheets. So this is a manual test sheet. Okay, this is how we can able to create automation test sheets in the Tosca. So how we have to do it, we can see in our classes. Okay, so this is a steps, what are the things are there, how many topics are there, call the test sheet, test cases, how to create templates, how to instantiation, how to get the data, something like that. Instance will be there that we need to call, we need to create the templates, we need to make it that instantiation also. So we have to do all these things. Next, dynamic expressions. What is time, date, q time, a day, month. So jump to calculator, math, mouse over, R&D. Okay, and so all these things. Okay, there are a lot, minimum, maximum, etc., etc. So these are all called dynamic expressions. So how, where we have to, we'll see that where we have to use this dynamic expressions. And manual test cases in Tosca. Okay, so we are going to see that. Just before we see that, so in Tosca also we do have a manual test case, how to create the manual test case. Okay, so in Tosca also we have seen that how to create the manual test case. So that somewhere we have seen, right? So I could not see that. Different Tosca automation door types, title bar menu section something. I think we discussed. I remember, but I don't know where it has gone. Okay, so we can also create a manual test sheet. We can also create a manual in Tosca. You see this? This is drawbacks, right? Where is that? This is really funny. I have read. I just have sent that, but I don't know. I just checked it just before. I don't know where it has gone. Okay, section smart, section menu. This is all done. Okay. Yeah, somewhere I have read. Single not required. Yeah, see, Tosca also supports manual testing. You see this? Tosca also supports manual testing. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. See, we can also create manual test cases in how to create the manual test, how to execute the manual test case in Tosca. We are going to see this also. And real-time project, we'll see that if time permits, if card supports me, definitely I will try to create a project for you guys. Next, to provide guidance, Tosca related information and related miscellaneous how to create workspace. These things are we are going to do it very scratch. Okay, initial itself we're going to do it. Okay, so explicit name in Tosca, manual test cases in Tosca, scenarios in Tosca, cardinality means these terminologies are important. Test mandates. What is the test mandates? Purpose of test mandates. This is for reports. Okay, after generating result, how we have to print out, how we need to print and send it to your client and all. So test mandates are important because if they ask the logs, so you need to send those. So this is all about Tricentis Tosca. This is really very much interesting. This is also will be useful for everyone, uh, testers and also DevOps engineers. Okay, so I'm signing off. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining my session. Please subscribe and share my class to everyone. So this thank you very much for joining. So kindly subscribe LKs of Cloud Tech. We'll see in next class. We are going to set up. We are going to see how to create the test cases until if time permits. For definitely, I will show you how to download and all. I have to show what is a project and what is a session, what is a workspace, and everything we can discuss about it. Okay, thank you so much. Thanks for joining. Next class, we'll see about test cases and how to create modules and all. So we'll follow according to this syllabus copy. Okay, thank you so much.